Hi folks, welcome back to Coffee with Ravi. Today my post is about what to make of coronavirus variants and mutations. The source article on this for some of the diagrams is from a New York Times article from February 8th by Jonathan Coram and Carl Zimmer, whose graphics I'm sharing with credit. The key concept that I want to get at is the difference between mutation, variant, and strain. All viruses mutate just because that's the nature of things. A mutation is a change in the genetic material of the virus. There are two types of genetic material. One is DNA, the other is RNA. There are some viruses that are DNA viruses, and there are some viruses that are RNA viruses. Examples, of course, of the RNA virus is coronavirus. Examples of a DNA virus is chronic hepatitis B. As the viruses multiply, and they do so profusely using the body's own mechanism to multiply, small errors creep in to their genetic material, which is the RNA. When enough of these mutations accumulate in a virus, it becomes a variant. When this variant then starts getting a functionality of either being more able to spread or having more power to hurt the human body, they're called a strain. I was thinking back about how this word COVID-19 came about, and COVID-19 is caused by the coronavirus, but how the COVID is broken down is the CO stands for the coronavirus, the VI stands for viral, D stands for the disease, and 19 is that particular number of the virus. So that's how COVID-19 came about. There are three main strains that we're talking about. One is the B1.1.7 strain. This was first detected in the UK, and this is because it's got more of the mutations that are on the spike virus. There's also B1.351, which has been discovered in South Africa, and a P1 lineage, and we'll touch upon the others. As it relates to the B.1.1.7 lineage, it's been discovered first in the UK. The vaccines seem to work. It does seem to spread more and perhaps also cause more severe COVID-19 disease. It's been detected all over the world, as you can see in this map, and has been reported in many states of the US. So it's been expected that this may be one of the more significant variants that we will see. The CDC has put in a mechanism, the Center for Disease Control, in how they're actually testing these viruses now, the genetic material, and they have 932 cases of this B1.1.7 reported in the US. If you go to the CDC website, they have some more material on that. The next one that is of significance is the B1.351, which is the South African variant. This has come to the news because the AstraZeneca vaccine has found to be of some decreased efficacy in this. There is a small study that has come about that the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines, the antibody that is produced by these are less effective, but it remains to be seen how this will play out in the broad run. This has been found in South Africa and also other parts of the world, as you see in this map, and has been reported in 3 states in the US on this US map that you're seeing here. There are several other variants that include the N50Y as well as the E484K, and there's a variant called L452R, which is increasingly common in California, but not yet shown to be infectious. So therefore, after all of this, what to make of this? And I think I want to make 3 points. It is common for viruses to mutate. That's what happens with flu. That's what we're seeing with COVID. and we need to continue to observe for that. The best way to prevent these mutations from happening is to achieve widespread vaccination so that there are not enough people that have infection, and that will prevent overall as a big scheme of it, but we are several months or a couple of years away from that to achieve worldwide vaccination. The other strategy that we'll probably have to take upon ourselves as humanity is that the vaccines that we have will need to be tweaked, and booster shots of these strains may need to be given to populations as we try to combat it. But overall, it does look like the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines that we are receiving in our area seem to be holding the line against most of these variants at this point. Thank you for joining, and we'll talk again next week.